talking about the mallet and tenderizing chicken, the mallet can be a wonderful tool for things like crushing nuts and tenderizing other things as well. And mainly, what you would do, I guess, in terms of modifying that for one-handed cooking, is making sure that the nuts are in something shallow where you can bang them and crush them without them shooting all over the kitchen. But otherwise, it's a great tool. Another thing that I found really good, I hate trying to separate eggs, and this little device has been terrific for separating eggs. You put it on top of a cup, you break your egg and pour it in there, and the yolk is kept in this top half and the white slips through to the bottom. So that's a great little tool for keeping your egg whites and your egg yolks separately. Another tool that I use a lot in the kitchen is little dishes like this to measure ingredients, dry ingredients or wet ingredients into before I cook, particularly things like stir fries where you need a whole bunch of things at hand and use them quickly. These are great, and you can put them in the fridge before, like do your preparation in the morning, pop them in the fridge and then bring out all of your ingredients already measured out in their little bowls when it's time to cook. Voila! This little guy was given to me by a friend, and I didn't know what it was for ages, and now I know, and I'm very happy about it, that it's used to break the seal on jars that have that seal, the air seal on them, like on mustard jars or jam bottles, and you can pop it under there and break the seal, and then the top is very easy to get off. So I use that one quite a bit. I think they're in supermarkets or kitchen stores. The other one, in terms of the frustrations that we have post-stroke that we didn't know we were to be blessed with, was getting ring cans open. So I use an old-fashioned bottle opener like this to put underneath the ring of the can. I wedge it up against my stomach and very carefully lift the ring of the can that I'm trying to open. So it's actually very handy for those sort of cans with that sort of lid. Probably something I use more than anything else in the kitchen than before I had a stroke is scissors, and so I have multiple normal scissors, actually office scissors. I've got chicken scissors as well, but these ones, just normal scissors, are really good for snipping parsley, for snipping spring onions, for cutting a whole lot of things, for cutting packets open, and for cutting a chicken fillet in half sideways. So very useful and much easier than using a knife. Give it a try. The other thing I use a lot in the kitchen, and probably you do too, is tongs. And I've got a variety of sizes. This is a little one, which I use for serving things or picking bits out to put into a recipe because they're nice and small. I've got bigger ones to cook with and turn things in the oven. Thinking about turning things in the oven or on top of the stove, I've got a variety of sizes of egg flips, and this one, which is quite narrow as you can see, is brilliant because it's great for things like pikelets and small like meatballs and things like that without you having to manage a giant size egg flip to turn things over. Again, small is beautiful with this stuff. Another thing I use a lot is a Teflon spoon for serving up or decanting things, and a slotted spoon for that sort of purpose as well if you don't want all the liquids to come with it. For stir fries, I go for the wooden or bamboo flat-sided spatula rather than a big perhaps wok suited device because again it's light, it catches things from around the edge without you having to have a huge weight in your hand. One of the other things I use regularly in the kitchen is a grater, and this one's a particularly useful little one for me because as you can see it's quite narrow, but it's also got a curve and a bracket on the end, which means that I can put it on a chopping board and weight it down with either my arm or my hand and then grate something that way, and it ends up coming out on the bench underneath. So it's a really good way of grating one-handed. So I think that's, oh no, there's one more thing. This marvellous device, which are hard to find these days, but they're around in different places, which is an egg slicer, and it's got a wire, set of wires on top of it, and a space to put your egg in there, and you just lift it up, pop the egg in when it's been boiled, of course, and peeled, and you pop it in there, and then it slices your egg beautifully, which is great for sandwiches and things. You can actually use it for other soft vegetables or fruit too, which is really great. Comes out with some lovely even slices, and you can do that one-handed. A great sense of achievement. Good luck with your cooking. Enjoy.